yesterday's class. Okay, so we discussed about the various types of currencies which are available in SAP S/4HANA. Various types in the sense is nothing but okay. So how many currencies are going to be supported? That is very very important. And I've been telling you from many days. Actually, the simplification list is very very important. It is going to be playing a Bible role. Very very important. I told that okay. Without the simplification list, okay. So if I go into the simplification list process, just download this. I given you the how to download the simplification. I shown how to download the simplification list. So just if you go to the simplification list, there is a portion which is called about the currencies in the simplification list. Okay, so if I go into the particular content of the syllabus, 1 second, data model change. Okay, so there is a page which tells about the various currencies in our SAP S/4HANA. So yeah, here. So if you go to the page number 267, if you go to the page number 267 in the simplification list, 1809 simplification list, okay? So, yeah. So AC Doka is the table. We are going to be calling it as the universal general entry table. Okay. So each and every field in the table. So if I go into the table, okay, if I go to SE16 is the transaction code. If I go to the SE16 and if I give the table as a AC Doka table, a Doka table, okay, and just if I go into the table content, if I give the ledger OL, that is going to be called as a leading ledger, and I'm giving the company code 1710 company coach, and I just want to display the documents for 2018, not for 2017 or 19. So if I go here, if I click on, okay, there are many documents are there. You can see here documents. Okay, these are the line item level document we can call it as. So I'm selecting one of the document and I'm going to the display details about the choose. Okay. So here, this is the document number. This is the document number. I just open this document number now. Okay, so I'll just go and open this document number. Now this is the document number. Just I'll copy the document number and I'll go to the another screen /O to open the new screen. And FB03 is the transaction code I'm using to display the document. After posting a transaction, to see the display of the particular document, I had to use the transaction code called as FB03. So I'm going to the FB03 and I'm giving the document number, the same document number, and what is the company code? 1710 is the company code, and 2018 is the financial year. Okay, so I've given the parameters. I'm going to the first item. Okay, now here, this is what exactly we call it as a transaction currency. You can see how many dollars we have posted. Okay, the debit line item, we have debited the travel expenses or the meal expenses. You can see here, we have debited this particular GL account, which is called as the travel expenses. So how much amount of that? Okay, what is the account currency here? The amount you have posted in the document is going to be called 1,000. That is the USD. USD is nothing but your local currency. So this is going to be called as your transaction currency. We can call it as a transaction currency. Okay, very very important. So totally how many line items you have posted? If I click on the overview option, this is the overview. If I click on the overview option, so here you can see that there will be number of line items you have entered in this particular document. So there are only two line items are there. Line item 1, line item 2. One is the debit line item, another one is the credit line item. For both the line items, you can see here USD is the currency. USD is the currency. Means this USD is the local currency, and you are using the same USD for posting the transaction, so the USD will become your transaction currency also. The USD will become the transaction currency here. Very very important, very very important. So very very important. Now if I go the same document, if I want to display this document in the table, which table? AC Doka is the table now. So I want to see what are all the currency fields which have been captured in the AC Doka table. So this is what exactly I'm just talking about, the AC Doka table. If I come down, if I just scroll down, you can see here. You can see here. Okay. So the balances in the transaction currency will be your USD only. So whatever the balances you are showing in the currency, which will be a USD, because I have not posted any other currency. Your transaction currency is USD, and your company code currency is also USD only, because the same company code currency you are using to post the transaction. So the transaction currency and the company code currency has been occupied. And the global currency, which is going to be called as the group currency, your group currency is going to be the euro. Your group currency is the euro here. Very, very important. So I see only these 4 currency types have been which have been filled over here. Remaining currency types have not been filled. Why? Because if I go into the table, if I go to the configuration settings, SPRO, IMG, I go to the financial accounting, I go to the financial accounting global settings, I go to the ledger. Again, I'll go to the ledger. If I go to the settings, define settings for ledgers and the currency types here, if I for the company code 1710, because I'm seeing the display for the 1710 company code, I'm selecting the ledger OL, and if I double click on the company code, if I double click on the company code settings, where is my company code 1710? Here you can see here 10 is the local currency and 30 is going to be called as my group currency. Here you can see the group currency. Very, very important. Here I can see the group currency is going to be the 30 here. So what is the group currency? 30. 30 is nothing but your euro. Okay. And there are no other currencies which are got posted. You can see here all the fields are going to be the empty, means you are not posted, means you are not maintained any other transaction currency for the freely defined currencies. Only you are using only 2 currencies. This is what exactly we can call it as a display of the currencies in the universal general entry table. So if I go into the PPT,
over here there is certification also there, right?
Yes, sir. Certification question, please.
No, in that screen, that currency screen for the company code, you see there's a free currency of 32 somewhere. Go back.
Oh, you're talking about, but this has been laterally entered actually. This is laterally entered. This is not the currency which I have configured at the time of posting. So this was got posted. Yeah, this was got posted. So this was got posted. If I go and see, this is the document which I got posted in 2018. If I see the document header, if I go and see the header, 1 second, sir. If I go and see the header, if I go and see the header of this particular document, it has got posted. This is the line item and this is the header. This is the header. So when this document has got posted, this document has got posted on, come on. Yeah, that is the line item table. Okay, actually we cannot see the header details in the line item table actually. BKPF is the table. 1 second, the server is very, very slow today. Okay, I'll show that. Okay, so the document which I got posted after the maintaining of this 32 currency actually. So before the 32 currency, whatever the currency, okay, this when you see this particular document, okay, so this document got posted on 01/06/2018. See, you can see here the document has got posted 01/06/2018. So this particular configuration, whatever the configuration of the 32 currency I maintained, this is after the posting actually, not before the posting.
Yeah.
Clear? Yeah, this is after the posting. So yeah, it's freely different currencies are kept empty over here. Okay, now what I've been telling you in the session here. Okay, so I'm telling that, okay, so here in the AC TOCA table, which is called as the universal general entry table, totally what happening here, two currencies. That is nothing but one currency is going to be the local currency and second currency is the global currency. And there are 8 freely defined currencies have been given here. 8 freely defined currencies here. Now, if you still remember, if we go back and just recollect our classes, I told that a BSEC table is also still active in our SAP S/4HANA. I told that. Apart from the ECTOCA table, your BSEC table is also there. BSEC table we are using for the summarization and for maintaining of open item management. We are still using the BSEC table. Very, very important here. Now, when I'm posting a document, very, very important. When I'm posting this document, if I go to the BSEC level table also, if I go to the BSEC table, okay, now I just come out from this table. I just come out from this table. I just copy this document number. Let it be copy the document number. And what I'll do, I'll go back and I just give the BSEC table. BSEC table now. Because BSEC table is also still active in our SAP S/4HANA. If I give the BSEC table, come on. Hey, any technical support team in the class? Harish, Basha, Mohammed. Okay, I'm giving the company code. So this is the BSEC table. Okay, and one more thing, I think you have observed very carefully here, difference between the table display of the input and output of both BSEC table and the ECDOCA table. See here, this is very, very important. You will get a one certification question here. See here, I'm just going to another. Okay, so I'll open a new, okay, slash, oh, again, I will enter the SC16, and here I'll give the ACDOCA table. See here. See, this is the BSEC table and this is the ECDOCA table. What is the difference here in both the cases? What is the difference here between both the cases? We have discussed very carefully when I just shown the PPT slides also on the regarding this. The universal general entry table will display the documents based on the ledger. RLDNR capabilities are going to be obtained in the ACDOCA table. I still remember or not? RLDNR is the field which you are going to be incorporated. If you see here, ACDOCA table is incorporated with your ledger specific information, whereas your BSEC table will not display the ledger specific information in the table. RLDNR capabilities are going to be incorporated in your ACDOCA table. Please, I think you remember or not? Please, if not, let me know.
Yes, yes.
Friends?
Sure, sorry, I was on mute, but yeah, I remember. You're right. Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir. 1 second. See here. When I'm discussing this particular table, okay, when we are discussing about the architect of universal general entry table here, this is what I told them. Multi-gap capabilities through the RLDNR. Okay, that is going to be RLDNR is nothing but your ledger. I told this is a certification. Damn sure 100% certification question this is. When you are applying for an associate level, this is the certification question. So ACDOCA table is having the multi-gap capability. What do you mean by multi-gap capability? As I told you, that multi-gap capability is nothing but now you can have the reportings in the different financial statement. Like I can have the reporting in the local gap. I can have the reportings in the IFRS. I can have the reportings in the US gap. So multi-gap capability. So each and every accounting principle, you are creating a one ledger. So local gap will be your OL, and your IFRS will be your N1, and example I'm taking, okay, and the local US GAAP will be the N2. So here you are using the different, okay, you are having a different reporting system apart from your local GAAP. So you are creating one leading ledger and you are creating two non-leading ledgers. One is N1, another one is the N2. So when I'm posting a document, when this document has got posted, salaries account to cash or bank account, when I'm posting this particular document, what happens? This document is getting posted to all the three ledgers. This document is getting posted to all the three ledgers. So now when I come and see this particular document, when I'm just displaying the document here, so which ledger you want to see the document? Because you have three ledgers here, there, 0L, N1 and N2. So which ledger specific? So this is what exactly we can go. Well, if you want to see the display of OL, you can give the OL. No, Mahesh, I don't want to go with the OL. Can I give OL, N1 and N2 all the series over here? Yes, you can give up to N2 here. Means you want to see the document number, N2, N1, every document number, ledger specific doc. This is what exactly we can call it as a multi-gap capabilities through the field called as RLDNR. RLDNR is the ledgers field. This is the ledger. If you go to the table, AC Docker table, if I just press F1, if I go to the F1 option over here, okay, you can see the field name. The field name of this particular ledger is called as RLDNR. Very, 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 very important this is. So to be more specific, I'll just go to the document now. See, this is the document. This is the document. I got posted this document in the, okay, on, okay, 01/06/2018. I don't know, Mahesh, I don't know which ledger you have got posted here. This is completely, we can call it as the entry view. We are going to be calling it as the entry view. There are two views will be there for any document. One is the entry view, another one is the ledger view. That is GL view, general ledger view. So this, you are seeing the document in the entry view. Just switch on to the general ledger view. Okay, if I switch on to the general ledger view, see here, this is the general ledger view. If I click on the general ledger view, here you can see the document. See here, ledger 0L. See here, which is the specific ledger you have got posted. This ledger is going to be called as your representative ledger, which is called as the leading ledger. Okay, apart from this leading ledger, any other non-leading ledgers have got posted. How do I see that? Now what I will do, you just click on the other ledger. There is a column, there is a field called as, okay, if you click on this bar, okay, the other ledger, if you click on this other ledger, now these are the ledgers have got posted automatically. If you go and see for your company code 1710, these many ledgers have been assigned to your company code. That is for the OL. These many ledgers have been assigned here. So these many ledgers. So we are seeing the ledger specific document for the OL. Now I want to display for the 2L or N1 or N2, whatever the document. So what I'm going to do, I'm selecting the N1. I'm selecting the N1 and I'm pressing enter now. See here, this is the N1. See, now the ledger OL has been changed to N1. This is what non-leading ledgers, it has got posted to the non-leading ledger. And if I want to go for the extension ledger, as I told you that automatically extension ledgers are getting posted, inherited the document from the base ledger. What is the base ledger? OL. Now I'm pressing N1. This is the extension ledger. Now I can see the documents are getting posted to the extension. Why? Because the extension ledger documents are going to be displayed differently. I told that. Okay, so this is what exactly the documents you are going to be seeing the observation about the process. So now when I see these many ledgers are there, so if you want to see the specific type of document in the ledger specific document, now what I will do, I'll go to the ledger. What a page. I'll go to here and I just remove this. Okay, I'm just removing this. Now, which ledger you want to see? I want to see for N1. I want to see for the N1. I'll give the company code and I'll give the financial year. This is 2018. Now, what is the document number you are specifically, you want to see 1000. Now, if I click on execute, see here, this is the ledger called as N1. You can see the ledger specific posting to the N1 to the same document number. This is what exactly we are. This is called as the multi-gap capability. Multi-gap capability, which is available only in the AC Docker table. If I go and see the same document in the BSEC level table, this is the BSEC table. Here we don't have the field called as the ledger. Here we don't have
the ledger view is not available. Mahesh, when you looked at N1, the ledger view is not available. Only entry view is available, or it was just a table view. What was it?
It's a table view, sir. It is not entry view. It is a general ledger view.
All right. Okay.
GL view. In entry view, we cannot see. In the entry view, we can't see the. Very good question, sir. In entry view, we can't see. If I switch on to the, now we are in the general ledger view. Okay. So if I click on the entry view, this is the entry view. We can't see which is the ledger over here. See, you see here. We can't see where is the ledger. I'm just searching for the ledger. Which ledger it has got posted. If you switch on to the general ledger view, then only the new, okay, then only the other ledger column, then only other ledger bar button will be appearing and you can see which ledger it has got posted. Clear, sir?
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Why
So,
isn't ledger group,
yes, sir.
Why isn't the ledger group field used?
Yes, sir. See, if I see this ledger, these many ledgers are got posted automatically. See, as I told you that non-leading ledgers are inheriting the transactions from the leading ledger. Okay, non-leading ledgers are going to be inheriting the transactions of leading ledger. But according to my business requirement, Mahesh, do one thing. from next posting onwards, there are some specific postings are there where leading ledger has to be got posted and automatically non-leading ledger has to be got posted. Remaining all the ledgers I don't want to get posted here. So what I will do, I'll create a separate ledger group for 0L and N1. So what happens if I go to the transaction AB01, and one more thing, very, very important. One more thing, very, 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 very important. Now, just I'll remove this. I have very, very important OL example N1 and N2. These are the three ledgers I have. Now, automatically all the three ledgers are assigned. Okay, you are assigning to the company code called as the 1710 company code. So whenever any document is getting posted, all the three ledgers will inherit the same document. Automatically the line items are going to be the same for all the three. But according to my requirement, there are some specific postings are there. There are some specific, this is for the local GAAP, this is for the US GAAP. And this is for the, okay, this is for the IFRS. Okay. There are some specific postings are there, Mr. Mahesh. Okay, don't want to get posted to the US GAAP. Okay, there are some documents which has to be affected only for 0L and N2 only, like this. Okay, there are some documents. N1 should not be inherit the document number. N1 should not be get inherited when I'm posting the document. So what I will do, I will create a ledger group. I'll create a specific ledger group. The ledger group name, I'll give it as a L1 example, L1. So whenever you want to post any ledgers group specific documents, don't use the transaction code like the normal, whatever the transaction code you are going to be using. Use the transaction code as I told you that FB01L. If you want to post any ledger group specific documents, not general documents, any ledger group specific document, which has to be these particular transactions should be affected only to this particular two ledgers or three ledgers in the ledger group. Then you have to use the transaction code called as FB01L, FB01L. And if I go here and if I enter into the transaction here, it will ask for the ledger group. It will ask for the ledger group. Here you need to enter which ledger group, L1 or L2 or L3 or L4. There will be a lot of ledger groups you have created. So if I give the L1, only this particular ledger group is getting affected, means the 0L and N2. Like this, I'll create L1, L2, L3, L4. Like according to my requirement, I'll create lot many ledger groups. So you need to specify the ledger group. So once the document has got posted to this particular ledger group, automatically, if I go to the transaction, if I go to this particular view, if I click on other ledger, here I can see only two ledgers. Here I can see only two ledgers. One is the OL, another one is the N1. Remaining all the ledgers I cannot see. Why? Because this is the ledger specific posting. Clear? All of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is very, very important. There is a RLD NR specific. If I come to the BSEC table, I cannot see this is the BSEC table. I can't see the BSEC table. So I'll give the company code. I'll give the company code and I'll give the document number, same document number, and I will give the fiscal year 2018. See here, 2018. I'm seeing in the BSEC table, not in the AC DOCA table. I'm just displaying in the BSEC table and I'm clicking execute. See. My dear friends, I'm making you as a professional level, not as an associate level. Our classes are completely, I'm making focus you on the professional level certification. You are not as a consultant, you are making yourself as the lead consultants when you go into the company. So that is the level of training I'm providing here. So even it is very deep analytical part of lecturers, please don't mind anything that, okay, Rahul is going on deep and deep and deep and he's explaining the topics. Okay, so it will be taking some little bit of time more. Don't think another way. Okay, so I'm just making you to understand the concept in more deeper level. That is what my intention here.
Thank you, Mahesh.
The topic is very small, but if you go on digging, it will go up to the level of ocean touch. Okay, means that I'm just dipping into the ocean. I just want to take the sand from the ocean. So that is what my intention. Okay, so here you can see here. See, very, very important. So this is the same document has got posted to two tables. One is the BSEC table, another one, the same document has got posted to the AC Docker table. So the same document I can guess. This is the AC Docker table. You can see it. AC Docker table, and this is the BSEC table. So if I see the document number, okay, 10000, here also 10000. Okay, this document has got posted to the both the tables, BSEC level table and the Docker table. Very, very important. BSEC level table and the Docker table. So according to the SAP understanding, so whenever any document is getting posted, both the tables are getting posted, BSEC table posting and the Docker level posting. But here, when you come to the Docker table, you can post up to 999 and 999 line items. But when you come to the Docker table as a BSEC table, you can post only up to 999 line items. 999 line items. What are the line items? Here you can see only two line items are there. One is the debit line item, another one is the credit line item. Like this, if you come to the BSEC table, only 999 line items can be entered. So you can see both the documents. You can see the same documents in both AC Docker table and the BSEC table. AC Docker table and the BSEC table. Now, there is a small understanding here. When I come to the AC Docker table, as I clearly mentioned that there will be totally 2 plus 8 currencies are going to be displayed. Mean to say that 2 currencies are nothing but one is the local currency, another one is the global currency. And there are 8 freely defined currencies are there. But when you come to the BSEC table, is it also going to take the same number of currencies here? The 2 plus 8? No. No. BSEC table is the old table, my dear friends. It is not a new table in the SAP S/4HANA. BSEC table is the old table actually. So the currency settings of the BSEC table will remain as it is with the same configuration. So there is no change in the currency settings of the BSEC table. Very, very important. This is certification question, please. All of you certification question. The currency settings of the BSEC table will remain as it is. No change. That is as it is nothing but as per the ECC, totally FI, only 3 currencies are going to be supported. Only 3 currencies. One is the company code currency, as I discussed yesterday. One is the group currency. Another one is the additional currency. Only 3 currencies will be supported till in SAP S/4HANA also. In SAP S/4HANA also, BSEC table will take only 3 currencies. Very, 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 very important. Company code currency, group currency, and the additional currency. Whereas your Docker table will contain 2 currencies, that is the local currency and additional currency, and 8 freely defined currencies are going to be totally 10 currencies will be Docker, and BSEC table will have only same configuration. It remains as unchanged before and after. Before it is 3 currencies, and after also it is going to take only 3 currencies over here. Very, very important certification question to all of you. So only 3 currencies are supported to the BSEC table. I seen the document number. Just now I seen the document number. What is the document number? 10000 is the document number. I displayed both the documents in both the tables. The same document number I displayed in both the tables. I see the document has got posted in both the tables. But here in Docker table, the currency settings are completely different, and the BSEC table, the currency settings are completely different. So if you come to the BSEC, only 3 currencies are supported. If we come to the BSEC, only 3 currencies are supported. If I come to the Docker table, 2 plus 8, totally 10 currencies are going to be supported. This is what exactly the difference between the AC Docker table and the BSEC table at the level of currencies. Very, very important.
Mahesh,
Yeah.
Quick question on the additional currency. Suppose in the AC Docker table, if I entered 4 currencies, 10, 30, say 32, 35, whereas
Okay,
in BSEC table, additional currency contains only 40 or 50, correct?
One set. Okay, you have entered 10 example. Okay, you have entered 30. 10 is the local currency and 30 is the group currency. And
group currency, and say additional.
And you also enter the 32. Example.
Yeah, but whereas additional currency should contain only 40 or 50, correct?
Which one, sir? Here in this Docker table?
No. In the BSEC table, additional currency only
additional currency will be
use
only the
40 or 50.
Exactly. 40 or
50.
It can be 50. Yes, correct.
So if I enter a transaction in S/4HANA, say 10, 30, 31 are my currencies, is the currency number 31 will show up in the BSEC table?
No. No, no.
Okay. Thank you.
That is what exactly the clear understanding. Thanks for asking me this question. This is completely designed for the ECDOCA table. This is completely designed for the BSEC table. So there is no collidation of the currencies between the BSEC and the ECDOCA table, sir, please.
But when the document is getting posted, right?
Okay.
It is going to write entries into AC DOCA as well as BSEC.
Exactly. You are absolutely right.
So where is it getting this? And when you go to the company code level and see this 40 and 50 are not defined, only 31 and 32.
No. Very good question. I'm coming to that particular portion here. Okay, no. So if I come here, if I go into the setting here, this is what exactly. So here you can see these all the currencies you are maintaining for the ECDOCA table. Now if I scroll down to the right hand side, if I come little bit off to the Excel, this is what exactly there are another 3 currencies are there. Here you can see here. First currency, second currency, and the third currency. These 3 currencies are for the BSEC table.
All right.
See here, first currency, second currency, and the third currency. These 3 currencies are the BSEC table. Now let me complete, sir. Okay. Now here, if I give the 40, okay. Now your first currency will be a 10, and second currency will be a group currency, and for the third currency will be a hard currency. That is the 3 currencies. Only 3 currencies you can enter. But when I come to the ECDOCA table here, apart from the 2 currencies, you can enter up to maximum up to 8 freely defined currencies over here. The reportings can be given with multiple currency options over here, but not in the case of BSEC table. So now this is after. Now before.
Mahesh, if you put 40 there in BSEC table, then is it necessary that we should also put 40 in
No, sir. No. That is the data structure of the ECDOCA table and the BSEC table is completely different, sir. There is no dependency in both the tables.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'll go before ECC. Okay, not in SAP S/4HANA. ECC 6.1. This is all the discussion. This is all the discussions we are making in the ECDOCA table. That is in the SAP S/4HANA 1809. Just come out from the SAP S/4HANA 1809. Okay, I know about the SAP ECC. You may ask me a question like this. I know SAP ECC, not SAP S/4HANA. In ECC, where you define the currencies for the company code, where you define here, when you come to the SAP S/4HANA, I shown that this is the screen where you can define the currencies. This is the screen where I can maintain the currencies, currency types over here, not the currencies, currency types over here. But when you come to the SAP ECC system, there is a transaction code called as OB22. There is a transaction code called as OB22 is the transaction code where I am using to define the currencies in my SAP ECC system. Very, very important. So I think they have given in the simplification list also. If I open the simplification list, yeah, here in SAP Business Suite ECC, okay, they used up to 3 parallel currencies, that is 10, 30, and 40 or 50 additional currency 40 in the table called as T001A table. So this is the BSEC table is going to be the T001A table. This is the ECDOCA table. When you come to the BSEC level table, so we are maintaining all the currencies in the table called as this is the table actually. Okay, T001A table. Very, very important. Okay. So what is the transaction code? That is OB22. OB22 is the transaction code where I'm using to define the 3. This is in ECC, not in SAP S/4HANA. And 2 parallel currencies in the CO. CO will support only 2 parallel currencies. Okay, that is CO currency. The currencies of the non-leading ledgers in the GL, okay, where subsequent, okay, the subset of the currencies of the leading ledger, we know that, okay. One of the currencies needs to be the local currency, but was not necessary to the other currencies. This is we'll discuss now. Okay, so where we are defining that we are defining in the OB22 transaction code. If I go into the OB22, if I press enter, so it is what it is telling now. There is a warning message, information message. Use the transaction. Now there is no OB22 now. No OB22 because we have migrated system. We have converted our system from SAP ECC to SAP S/4HANA. OB22 is the transaction code which I'm using earlier before the conversion. Now the new currency settings have been brought down. to the in SAP S/4HANA. So what is the transaction code? Fins_ledger. Very, very important. Fins_ledger. This is the new transaction code I need to use to define the currencies for both ECDOCA table and for the BSEC table. So what is this current? What is this transaction code? This transaction code is this one. This is the transaction code. If I press enter, see here. If I press enter, see it is taking me to the old transaction code. That is the fees. See here. Okay. So now fins_ledger. Just I'll come back. See here. Just I'll come back. What is the transaction code? Fins_ledger. I'm just coming back. Completely, I'm coming back. I'll just maintain FINSC_ledger. LEDGER. Ledger. Enter. Now see here. Where it is taking me? It is taking me to this particular transaction. You can see here. I can select and I can go and I can see here. This is what the transaction code. This is the new transaction code to define your currencies for your company code. This is the new transaction code to define the currencies for your company code for both BSEC table and for the ECDOCA table. Earlier, we don't have this ECDOCA table, my dear friends. We have only one table called as a BSEC table. So where you are defining the currencies, additional currencies, that additional currency and the group currency are defining in the OB22. This is the transaction OB22. This is the OB22 transaction. We call it as OB22, additional local currencies for the company code. If I go to the 1710, see here, if I go to the 1710, if I go to the details, if I click on the details, you can see here. This is the previous one. This is in the SAP ECC. See how it is look like. This is in SAP S/4HANA, how it is look like. This is the SAP S/4HANA and this is the SAP ECC. See the difference here. This is for the BSEC table. This is for the BSEC. First currency will always be your local currency. Second currency will be a group currency. That the group currency I'm using as a euro. And the third currency, either you can take the 40 or 50. It depends upon your requirement. This is at the BSEC. But now in SAP S/4HANA, you can see that this is the new transaction code which has been brought down to the SAP. As I told, the BSEC table is still available. BSEC table is also still available in SAP S/4HANA, but OB22 transaction code is not available. BSEC table is there. We are absolutely where we are right. We are in the current page. So BSEC table is still, it is there, but we don't have this OB22 transaction code. We don't have this OB22 transaction code in our SAP S4. We don't have this table in SAP S/4HANA. But as I'm telling, that BSEC table is still, it is there. Where you define these three currencies now, where you define this 10, 20, 10, 30, and 40. So those currencies I can define. The SAP has given the option to enter BSEC table currencies here at the back end. So this is OB22. This is the OB22 three currency fields which have been given to you in the same configuration. Clear to all of you, please? Any doubts here, please? Anybody has any doubts?
No,
clear. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Now, come back to that. Okay. Now, come back to this particular portion. Okay. Now I'm telling that BSEC table and the ECDOCA table. So both are going to be taking the same transaction. So if I enter this transaction, now I just displaying the document. Okay. Now we go and see the display of the document. Now, this is the display of the document. So how many line items have been entered? Only 2 line items are there. Okay, 1 and 2. In the ECDOCA table, I can enter up to 999,999, whereas in the BSEC table, I can enter up to 999 line items only. Now, when I'm posting more than, now I got it out. Okay, right. But as I Mahesh, you discussed earlier. Okay, BSEC table is also still there. It is only taking up to 999 line items. If what happens if I post more than 999? Let us assume that I post up to 1100 line items. 1100 line items I got posted in the same in the SAP S/4HANA. According to my BSEC table, according to my ECDOCA table, there is no issue because it is taking up to more than 1100 line items. But when I've come to the BSEC, it is stopping me only up to 999 line items. But you are telling that you can post more than 1100 documents. Mean to say that you can only see the document in the DOCA table if it is getting posted more than 999 line item, where it is not getting posted to the BSEC. No, it will also get posted to the BSEC. It will also get posted to the BSEC, very, very important. But what I'm going to do before that, I'm summarizing that. Before that, I had to do the summarization. Certification question to all of you, please. This is the major certification question in the professional level certification question and associate level, both. So what I will do, before that, I will do some summarizations. Before that, before I do some document postings in my SAP, I will do the summarizations. I know that, I know that not today, maybe in tomorrow, the user is going to post more than 999 line items in my in my SAP S4 HANA, and he want to test whether the documents are getting posted to the BSEC or not. So before that, what I will do, I will summarize the level. I'll do the summarization part. Summarization means what I will do, I'll go to the BSEC table and whatever the cost centers or profit centers or WBS elements or any kind of cost objects are there, I will summarize the line items. Means I make one configuration settings related to the summarization. First, I'll complete the summarization configuration, and that's once I complete the summarization configuration, then I'll ask my user to post the transaction. Now you can see both the transactions will get posted to the DOCA table and the BSEC level table. So in the DOCA table, the same number of line items are getting posted, but in the BSEC level tables, I have done the summarization. So you can see the number of line items are getting summarized to less than 999, and it will get posted to the BSEC table. Very, very important. So summarization, I am making the summarization as a prerequisite, one of the prerequisite in my SAP S4HANA before I want to post the documents. Second one, what happens if I doesn't do the summarization, Mahesh? Okay, I don't want to do the summarization. What happens? Then the same document will be get splitted into two documents for the BSEC. Same document will be get splitted into two documents. One document will be get posted with the 999 line items. Another document will be getting posted with another line items. Same documents will be get splitted into two documents. So this two document scenario will be a confusion for us. So that is the reason SAP is asking, why can't you do the summarization before you start doing the postings into the BSEC level? So this summarization is going to help me a lot, where I can bring the number of line items into below the 999 line items whenever there are line items that are getting posted more than 999 line items.
So Bob, what is the difference if we do summarization, if we don't do summarization? Both way we are splitting the document, right?
No, the summarization means what I'm going to do. See, for example, I have different colors in my hand. I have 10 pieces of red colors, and I have 10 pieces of green colors. I have 2 pieces of yellow color. Totally 23 color the papers I am holding in my hand. So means 23 papers. Now I want to summarize according to the color wise. So what I'm going to do, I'm collecting all the green color papers into one set, and all the red color into one set, and all the yellow color into one set. So when I'm putting in a box, only 3 line items. I can tell only 3 line items: green color line item, yellow color line item, and the blue color line item. But when I see individually, there are 23 line items are there, but I'm summarizing those papers according to the color wise. Here also, what I'm going to do here, I'm summarizing these line items based on the cost center wise. If the number of line items have the same cost center, I'm summarizing based on the cost center wise. If the number of line items have the same profit center, I'm summarizing based on the profit center wise, so that I can bring the number of line items into the one line item.
Okay, and what happened to the document number?
Document number will remain same, sir.
So in the old table, right? So we have the document number 1 lakh, right? Suppose that you have here. So when we split, right? So document number is still the same. How we can have the same document in the old table?
Which one, sir? This is separate. Actually, I'll maintain the document number based on the ledger wise. That is the separate document numbers I'll maintain for the BSEC.
So BSEC, right? So suppose we enter 1100 line item in the new table, right?
Okay.
So you have the document number as you have mentioned in your screen, right? 10
Yes,
lakh or whatever the number is.
Yes.
So the same document number will move, right? in the old table, right? So
Exactly, you're absolutely right.
still the same. So what will be the split document number?
The split document number, okay, the split document number will be the 101 document, 100001 document.
Oh, it's dot after dot. They are going to add.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So this is about the level of, yes, sir.
Mahesh, just a quick question. So regarding the document number, say if I have 1001, say 1000 is the first document number, it went into BSEC and split into 1000 and 1001. How about if I have a 1001 document in AC Doc A table, how that will show up in BSEC, which has a less than 999 line items?
That is what I'm telling here. What I'm going to do here, I'm making a separate setting for the document numbers in both BSEC table and the ECDOCA table. If you are using the same document number, then the what happens in the ECDOCA table, it will be the 102 document, 1002 document, but in the BSEC table, it will show the 1003 document number.
Yeah.
So
And also there is a conflict. If I have the 1000.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is the specific design I had to make here. So when I've come here,
Mahesh, you said that there will not be any data in that in AC Docker table for 1002 document number, right?
exactly.
Okay. Because the document number is a primary key, it cannot duplicate.
Actually, what we'll say, sir, actually, SAP suggestion is also instead of going for the splitting of the document number, SAP is very clearly told that automatically there is a summarization concept is there. You can go and do the summarization. It is very clearly telling to all the customers. It is better recommendation actually.
So in the certification question, what will be the question like? Whether you can summarize or not?
Not summarization. Summarization. You have to click the. You have to take the answer as a summarization.
Okay.
See here, there is a summarization. Here you can see here. See document. If I go to the financial accounting global settings, document in the there's a new concept. You can see here summarization here. Okay. So if I go into the summarization, independent summarization of entry view or the general ledger view, I just want to do it the general ledger view or at the entry view. So this is what exactly entry view is nothing but, see, for example, I'll tell you both the situations.
Yeah, this question came.
Okay, see, this is the SD module. This is the SD module, sir. This is the finance module. Example I'm taking. This is the finance module. Okay. If I go into the billing document, okay, sales order, after the sales order, delivery after the delivery, PG after the PG, you will do the billing. Billing is nothing but your invoice. Billing is nothing but the customer invoice. Okay, so we are using the SD. Those people, they are using the transaction code called as VF01 is the transaction code, and through the VF01 they are posting some billing documents. What are the billing document line items? Customer account will become the debit, okay, and your sales revenue account will become the credit. Okay, sales revenue account will become the credit. This is the accounting entry actually. Okay, so I know this is the integration accounting entry. I know this is the integration accounting entry through the integration between the SD to the FI. FI is nothing but your general ledger. FI is nothing but your general ledger, my dear friends, because whatever the documents you are posting, accounting entries are posting through the integration, the document will come and hit into the general ledger. The document will come and hit to your general ledger. So GL, that is the general ledger. So this is, we are going to be calling as a billing document number. So in SD, there will be one billing document number will be there. For this is for the SD purpose. Billing document number is for the SD purpose. And there will be one accounting document number is also getting generated. Accounting document number is also getting generated here. Two documents will get generated. One is the billing document number, another one is the accounting document number. This accounting document number, whatever the accounting document number is, for example, 20000. For example, I'm taking. This is the accounting document number. Now, if I come and open this accounting document number in my FI, because through the integration, if I go to FB03, if I go to FB03, if I open this accounting document number in my FI, because through the integration it has been hit to my general ledger. So first it will show in the entry view. This is the entry view. Entry view means it will show like this. Okay, entry view is nothing but it will show this line items. Customer account is getting debited and your sales revenue account is getting credited. This is the entry view. Okay, same document. Customer account will become the debit and your sales revenue account. This is the entry view. Okay, this is the entry view. Okay, now here this is the entry view. I'm not talking about the general ledger view. Now when the same document, when I want to see the general ledger view, now I'm switching the mode to general ledger view, GL view. GL view. Now can somebody tell me how these line items look like? I'm switching the mode from the general ledger view, sorry, entry view to general ledger view. The answer is there in general ledger view only. So I'm telling you, it's a certification question, please, all of you. How this document look like in the general ledger view, no? You are seeing in the GL view, GL view, GL view.
You have the ledger.
No, forget about the ledgers, sir. Forget about the ledgers. How these line items look like in the GL. So this is the entry view. This is the entry view and this is the general ledger view. If I want to see the same document, if I want to see that same document in the GL view, GL is nothing but a general ledger. But here it is a customer account. Customer account is not a GL, my dear friends. Customer account is not at all, it is a GL. Customer account, vendor account, asset account, these are not the GL accounts. So when I display the same document in the GL, so there will be one recon account will be integrated in the customer account. If you go to the customer master data, I'm linking one GL account over there. That is called as the sundry datas. For vendors, it will be called as a sundry creditors. In customer, we'll call it as a sundry datas account, which is called as a recon account. Without the recon account, I cannot see the display of the balances in my general ledger without the recon. So what I will do while I'm creating the customer master record, I will give one recon account in the customer master record. So that particular account will become the debit. So your recon account, okay, your recon account will become the debit. And anyhow, the sales revenue is a GL account only. It is not a customer account. It is not a vendor. Sales and your sales revenue, whatever the GL account the sales revenue account will become the credit. This is the GL view. See the difference between the GL view and the entry view here. This is what exactly you have to understand the concept very clearly. And in the GL view, I can see the ledger specific, but not in the entry view. And
so this will be applicable for purchases as well as for
anywhere, anything, any document. See, whatever wherever in MM or in SD or in controlling or in PP, wherever the financial accounting documents are getting posted, it has to be integrated with my general ledger. Why? If the financial accountings are not automatically posted to my general ledger, then I cannot prepare my financial statements at the end of the year. As I told you, the GL is the central tenet of total accounting system. It is the hub where all the financial accounting entries will come and post to the general ledger. Because from the general ledger only, I am preparing my financial statements.
How it will look like in asset accounting?
In asset accounting, how? Okay, whenever you are acquiring an asset, sir, whenever you are acquiring an asset, what is acquiring an asset? Your asset will become the debit and your vendor account will become the credit. I'm right or wrong, sir?
Yeah.
So your asset, there is a recon account will be there. That recon account will become the debit and a vendor recon account will become the credit.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, forget about the SD.
Two recon account will be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Forget about the SD now. Okay, I'm posting one expenses GL in the FI, directly in the FI. Forget about the SD now. For a meanwhile, Mahesh, I'm posting this account. Which account? I'm posting like travel expenses account is getting debited and my cash or bank account will become the credit. Okay, this is the accounting entry. I'm posting it directly in FI. It is not coming through SD or it is not coming through MM or PP. Directly I'm posting in FI in the GL. Is there any vendor account or customer account or asset account is there in the two line items? No, both are GL line items. Travel expenses is a GL account and the cash or bank account is also a GL account. Both in entry view, I can see the date, same documents, line items, and in the general ledger view also, I can see the same line items. Clear? All of you?
Yes.
This is the funda in SAP S/4HANA. This is the new changes. Everybody will tell that, hey, I'm a professional in SAP FICO. Yeah, I'm a professional. I'm a mentor in SAP FICO. I know everything in SAP FICO. Is it mandatory for me to learn SAP S/4HANA? I can tell that, yes, it is a mandatory for you. Especially for you, it is a mandatory, I can tell them. Especially for you, it is a mandatory, I can tell. Why? Because SAP S/4HANA is not very similar to the SAP FI. Data structure has been changed now. So it is a new model change before and after. Even if you are very professional, you have done a 6, 7, 8, 10 implementation in SAP FICO in ECC. When you're starting your career in SAP S/4HANA as a finance consultant, you are going to be as an entry consultant only. You are not going to be as a senior consultant like SAP FICO or ECC, because there are a lot of changes have been happened before and after now. This is how the changes. This is only the open dust which I have explained you from last 3 classes about the currency. This is only just 2 to 3% I have explained you. Lot more things we need to go into the currencies from the next classes onwards. Any doubts in the today's class?
Yeah, I have still one doubt, Mahesh, about whenever we post in one currency so it will automatically, that BSEC view will also be available, right? In that particular
BSEC view, not so BSEC table it is.
BSEC table, it will be available in that particular. So say a group currency we are using when
Yes, sir.
posting. So we don't need to post it separately. It will be available in BSEC table.
Automatically, sir. See,
Automatically. So,
Automatically.
When we have that number 40 additional currency configured in BSEC table for in ECC or in BSEC table, so whenever we do a posting in SAP S/4HANA, then in that particular currency, it will be visible in BSEC table as well, right?
Yes, sir. See, sir. Okay.
So
now,
we need to put that 40 currency in the table, in the AC docker table.
Yes, sir. 100%, sir. 100%. See here.
So if you don't do that, then what will happen? If you don't put that 40?
If you don't put anything here, that is what I told here. If you're not putting any currency, for example, if you come and you see here, if I'm not putting 40 here, for example, then if I go into the BSEC level table, I cannot see that this particular third currency field will show as an empty here.
Yeah, so if you put 40 there, and if you don't put 40 in AC document, then what will happen?
Then the 40 will be get posted to the BSEC, and the ECDOCA table, this particular the first currency of 40, whatever the 40 you are putting here, this will show empty.
Okay.
Because you're not maintained here.
Okay.
You are only taking the 10 and 30, but you have left you kept the first currency as an empty here. But when you come to the BSEC, you have maintained the 40 here. So if you go to the BSEC table, I can see 10 currency as a USD, 30 currency as a euro, and 40 currency you are using any other currency like INR or whatever maybe. It will get shown. But when I come to the same document in this ECDOCA table, I can see only up to 2 currencies. One is the 10, another one is the 30 only.
Okay, but it will allow us to do a posting.
It will allow, sir. It doesn't matter about how many currencies you are maintained between the BSEC and ECDOCA table. It doesn't matter. But after posting, the display of the document for the currencies is most important for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So for that summarization, what is the criteria to choose which cost objects, basically?
What I will do, sir, first of all, I will analyze all your documents before that conversion. I'll analyze all your documents, and I'll come to understand what are the number. Okay, are you posting to the cost centers repeatedly or to the profit centers? I will analyze, and based on my understanding, I'll do the summarization. Most of times, I'll do in the cost center level only, sir.
Isn't that going to be a business decision? And consultancy?
It's a completely business decision, but it is our recommendation because you are an SAP. We are all an SAP consultants, so we have to recommend them. We have to explain them what are the impacts if you're not going to do. We have to convince the business. They are very. I can tell that that doesn't know about the concept. They're very illiterate in SAP, so we have to educate them how the SAP look like and what are the benefits. So you have to make them to accept this.